Good morning. It is a somewhat smoky Tuesday. There's the orange sun. In July, I am entering the Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness Corridor. This section I'm going to be taking, instead of the main Idaho Centennial Trail, the west alternate. I am trying to hold down a job while I'm doing this and do it in sections, and the true wilderness section I just don't think I can break up and make it work with my rides and my job. So I'm going to take the west alternate, which gives me a few more options for pickup, and then in the fall, when I can get more time off at work, I may swing back around and hike the main alternate. But I think it's going to be a great week. It is nice and cool this morning. I was afraid it was going to be hot all week, but looks like a beautiful week for hiking. Again, with the smoke, the views might not be as stellar as they have been, but really excited to get back out here after a couple of weeks off and enjoy some more of the trail. All right, looks like we're ending our road walk. This is the trailhead and getting back on the trail. So I thought there'd be more road. This is fantastic. I am excited to see Dagger Falls. Dad said it's pretty cool. The trail in this section has been fabulous. Look at this. My feet are staying nice and dry for a change. Looks like I'm a little early, but there's a couple of small raspberries there. In a week, there are going to be a ton of them. Ah, it's beautiful now that we've gotten out of the burned area. And the trail is just fantastic. I haven't had to fight through any deadfall, and I haven't had to ford a creek. There was a bridge over the big one. It's just been amazing this morning, so this is great. This is absolutely gorgeous hiking. Right along the river, trail's decent. There's some rocky stretches there. and a little bit of deadfall. But overall, the trail's magnificent here, so having a great day. First huckleberries of the season. Oh, this is going to be a rich mother load of huckleberries in another couple of weeks. But for now, at least I'll get a couple. That's pretty sweet. All right, I think this is Dagger Falls. Here's the bridge. There's a little lookout over there. You can see a few people at it. So we'll walk over there and see what we can see. Looks like there's a nice little picnic area. Wow. Look at that. Wonder if this works. That'd be cool if there was water at the camp. No, there is not water at the camp. Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, that's a fire pit. It's a nice place to camp. There's Dagger Falls. Pretty cool. There's the fish ladder. I don't even know if we have a salmon migration anymore up this far. That's pretty spectacular. Yeah, very nice campground here. You can see pit toilets, fire rings. There was a sign that said there's no water this year just because it's so dry, so I guess those spouts do work in a wet year, but not this year. This is awesome. All right, right back there is the Middle Fork Transfer Camp and Boat Launch. And quite a few boats looking to launch, so I guess we're right in the middle of the season, so makes sense. Cool. In the distance there is the Sulphur Creek, and this is the Sulphur Creek Ranch, and that's the airstrip that serves it right out here in the middle of the wilderness. All right, let's recap day 15. It's great to be back on trail. It's been a few weeks off and I really missed it, and so it's nice to be out here. 27 miles today. The trail was great until it wasn't. After the Sulphur Creek Ranch, it got swampy, and then it got overgrown, and then it got washed out, and then it was deadfall, and sometimes it was 2 or 3 or even 4 of those things all together. The last 3 miles were the worst deadfall I've gone through. So I was really tired anyway, so I just took it slow, picked through it. Found a really nice place here to camp. No sunset because it was over there. As you can see, the sky is still very smoky. don't feel like shooting a lot of video when it's this smoky because the views aren't as good, and you have to think about the planet and what we're doing to it, and that's no good. So just try to enjoy it and do what we can. Really, really tired, but good day. Great miles. Again, most of the day the trail was really nice, and I'm really happy and grateful to be out here. So gonna sleep really well tonight and hopefully have another big good day tomorrow. Good morning, day 16. As you can see, I am sitting amidst a lot of deadfall. Deadfall to where I came from, deadfall to where I'm going. I've been going for just under 2 hours this morning and haven't yet made 3 miles. So yeah, slow going through the deadfall here. It is still quite smoky, but you know, making our way through it. It looks like I'm about to hit a campground and trailhead up here, so hopefully this will thin out a little bit. I am out of the wilderness now, so yeah, I guess we'll just see what we get up to today, day 16. I want to cry, I'm so happy. ATV trail, deadfall, all cut. Oh, it is so nice to be out of the deadfall. Ah. I don't love ATVs, not really my thing, but thank you guys for making a really nice trail. Found our third kind of berries on this trip. There's a bunch of tiny little strawberries. I'm gonna sit here and pick a few and have a little treat. Well, this is Landmark. Really well preserved, but it doesn't look like there's anybody here. It's kind of weird. Almost ran it out as some sort of resort or something, but it's pretty abandoned right now. Oh, there's a tent. Maybe a trampoline tent? Huh. Yeah, very well preserved. Cool place. Oh, there's a truck over there. There are some people here. All right. I want you guys to look at this, because right now I am right dead on the trail. I think this is one of the places where the Idaho Centennial Trail just doesn't exist, so they drew a straight line. So it's a 1.4 mile straight up bushwhack. There is not a hint of a trial. I've cast about for it. I've gone up, I've gone down. And again, I am sitting right in the middle of it. It's brutal. If it were any longer than 1.4 miles, I would turn back. But I did find some huckleberries in here, which has improved my mood slightly. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. So let's sit down. I'm gonna eat some huckleberries, and then I'm gonna get back to fighting through that. Wish me luck. I was never so happy to get to a creek crossing in my whole life. That bushwhack sucked. So, anybody doing the Western Continental Divide or Idaho Centennial Trail, do not cross that creek. Do not go to Burnt Log. That 1.4 miles has no trail. Over 2 hours bushwhacking to do the 1.4, but I made it. Now there's this beautiful stream that I'm going to walk up. I am just exhausted, but it slowed me down so much that I got to make some more miles. So, gonna refill the water, camel up, and keep going. So, I survived. These are the White Horse Rapids, and they're quite pretty. All right, let's do a day 16 recap. I think I pushed it too hard today. As I was coming up this hill, I started to get really weak, and I thought, oh, I only had 2 shakes today, and so I was going to make up a shake, but it just made me want to throw up. So I did not drink any. That bushwhacking section was just exhausting, and I was all keyed up and, you know, had adrenaline going, and I think I just pushed myself past exhaustion there and didn't, you know, get enough calories in, and like I say, felt really bad. So I've just kind of been laying around setting up camp very slowly. Not an ideal place. I'm kind of in this guy's driveway. But judging by the flowers, I don't think he's been up, and hopefully he won't be up anytime soon. So yeah, I've got a little bit of soiling over there. I'm hoping that I feel like drinking here in a bit, because I know that's part of it. I should have made myself eat before I popped in there, but I didn't know what it was going to be like. And it was, yeah, the worst bushwhacking I've done. Really lucky that I didn't twist a knee or an ankle or a foot. I just took it, you know, very cautiously and made it. But, man, it was not fun. So, yeah, I'll just keep setting up really slow. Hope I don't puke up all the water I drank, and yeah, hope to get some soilant down. If not tonight, then first thing in the morning. And yeah, hopefully I won't have to push it so hard tomorrow. Other than that, let's see. Started out rough with deadfall. There was a pleasant road walk in the middle of the day. And ended up rough with the bushwhack. So this was a tough one. This was definitely the hardest day I've had on the ICT so far. Even with the snow, even with the desert, today was brutal. And it shouldn't have been. I thought as I was going across that creek, there's a perfectly good road there. Just road walk it. But I don't know. There'd been a lot of trucks and bikes go by. So I was throwing my mask up to not breathe their dust, and I just thought, this isn't what I'm out here for, to road walk. But in retrospect, it would have been so much better to road walk that. I'd have been further along, and I wouldn't feel like crap, and I guess I wouldn't have had that adventure though, so there is that. All right, gonna continue setting up camp and try to get some rest. All right, good morning. Day 17, still smoky as you can see. All right, let's try that again. Day 17, I think. Intro. About 2 miles in this morning. I feel much better this morning. I was able to drink some Soylent and not throw it up. So, I do have a big day, but I'm going to try to be smarter about it and, you know, keep some food in my belly, stay hydrated, not go crazy. So far, I've just been road walking. And looks by the side of it, I think the road continues along here, goes right along there, and then we'll go around that point. And then drop back down. And if I had taken the road walk instead of going over burnt log, I would be already on the other side of that. It is really pretty country. I'm sure it would be just stunning if it wasn't so smoky, but it is. So just gonna enjoy my day, be smart, hopefully get a bunch of miles, and that's about it. This is Caton Meadow, and by the looks of the map, I cut straight across it. So I guess we'll see how swampy it's gonna get in there, but hopefully not too swampy. Here we go. It was not swampy at all. Didn't even get my feet wet. There it is, Caton Lake. Looks like I've got to shed some elevation to get down there, but I guess that's what it does. Couple of elk down there bathing in the lake. That's pretty cool. Looks like they're the only ones I've got to share it with. At some point I'm sure they're going to notice me. But for now, they're just down there doing their thing. There he's looking up at me. Alright, we'll see if we can get any closer before they spook. I guess I spooked them and they're swimming off. Look at that. Oh man, this is a great campsite. I'm gonna have to think really hard. I'm gonna set up the chair and rest anyway. Since the elk vacated, I decided I'd use it as a swimming hole. And it was really nice, and it was a good idea I did because I found a tick on my leg. So glad I went swimming. Now I'm just going to try to sit here and dry out and rest a little bit. There are a lot of horseflies around. They must like the elk. And now they're feasting on me, so I don't know how long I'll sit here, but gotta at least let my feet dry before I put my socks on. The permethrin seems to work pretty well. They don't like to land on my clothes, so I guess we'll see. All right, day 17 recap. 18.4 miles today. Wanted to do more, but I quit before I was gonna pass out, so I've got a little bit up, and I didn't know if I could get somewhere flat to camp, and this is a really nice little spot. There's a little creek over there, so I'll have some water. And besides, like I say, I am just beat. Started out with a road walk this morning. Got to the Rainbow Lake Trailhead. Rainbow Lake to Caton Lake was decent. I knew where the trail was. A lot of deadfall, especially the last mile down into the lake. The lake was fabulous. I saw those elk, and I took a swim and a rest, and it was amazing. The mile out of the lake until you cross the creek was bad. Just so much deadfall. I finally found the trail on the side hill, but it was just brutal. And I was going over my options. I thought, oh, maybe I'll go back and stay at the lake and then bail out and have Dad pick me up at the trailhead. Or maybe I'll walk down the creek until it feeds into the salmon. And that seemed like a dumb idea because the walls are very steep and I have no idea what's going on. If it were someplace that lent itself to a trail, there would be a trail. There was no trail. And sorry, so I crossed the creek. I had met a group of scouts at the Rainbow Lake Trailhead, and the guy told me, yeah, you follow along the right-hand side of the valley as you're leaving Caton Lake, you cross the creek, and then there are some switchbacks. He said, supposedly there was a trail crew in there last year. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of deadfall. And once I crossed the creek, found the trail, and that first... not fresh socket, but like year-old socket. I just wanted to cry. I was so happy. So yeah, up the switchbacks, there was still deadfall, but it was one season of deadfall, not 10 seasons of deadfall. So it was a joy to walk up those switchbacks. Now I'm on the Indian Ridge Trail, and hopefully that means that this trail will be maintained all the way to Crassel, hoping. Looking more like I probably won't make Ruby Meadows, so probably going to be the Secesh River trailhead where I get out, but we'll see how far we get tomorrow, and that will let me know what to tell Dad. I did drink a little more Soylent today, even though it's not appetizing. I think it's the heat and the exertion. I really should have brought some like electrolyte powder because I think I'm losing so much salt and Soylent isn't cutting it. So I thought about that last time, then I promptly forgot. So yeah, just gonna try to tough it out and remember for next week to bring something to replace my electrolytes. But I, forced myself to drink a little more, and I feel a ton better than I did last night. So as you can see, the mosquitoes are out. Well, maybe you can see they're buzzing around, but the permethrin's keeping them off. I was glad I found that tick. I found a couple more on my pant legs, so there are ticks here, and like I say, the permethrin I'm sure would drive them off eventually, but it was nice to find that one, and I will look closely when I go to bed tonight to make sure I haven't picked up any more. So that's about it. Pretty good day. Not as many miles as I wanted. Brutal deadfall, nice lake. All in all, decent day. Good morning. Day 18 intro. Another smoky but lovely day. As you can look back there, see all those beautiful cut logs. And going forward, all those beautiful cut logs. Ah, it is so nice to walk on a trail that's been cleared. So, things are going great this morning. I'm glad I camped where I did last night. It's just been up for this first couple of miles. Yeah, hoping for a nice day. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. I wish it was a little less smoky, but you take what you get. So hopefully at some point I'll hit Crassel Knob. And then everything I get beyond that will be gravy, so that Dad can pick me up tomorrow at Secesh Trailhead. Secesh River Trailhead, something like that. So yeah, things are going pretty well today so far. Man, I wish it wasn't so smoky. This is some pretty spectacular country here. I think I've got to get I think I've got to get all the way to the bottom of that. I'm going to be dropping some serious elevation here soon. As you can see, still a very well-maintained trail. You can tell this is a motorcycle trail because it's just ups and downs, whoop-de-doos, but I am not complaining because those guys bring chainsaws, and this has been great. Well, I made it to Crassel Work Center. The Idaho Centennial Trail goes this way, across this nifty little bridge, and back up high along the ridge. I think I am done with higher ridge dry walking. The Indian Ridge Trail was fantastic. I would like to shake the hands of the people who cleared all that deadfall. But it was still tough, and it was like a 16-mile water carry, so yeah, I don't think I'm up for that, and it would probably take me till quite late tomorrow to make it to Secesh, so I don't want to do that to Mom and Dad. I'm going to walk along the road. It goes through Indian Creek Campground. Should be just along this nice river all the way, so I'll have water all I want. And yeah. It's an alternate to the alternate that I'm gonna do here, so. Looks like a very enjoyable stroll along the river, and then along the other river. And then tomorrow they'll pick me up, and this section will be in the books. Oh, not regretting my decision to road walk one little bit. Look at this. Just a shady, peaceful evening stroll along the South Fork of the Salmon. Yeah, I just didn't have it in me to go up and hike a ridge line in the heat with no water, so this is great. I'm gonna try to sit here and rest a little bit and get some Soylent in me. I don't know what it's been this week with the heat and the exertion, but I've had no appetite. Like, just the thought of Soylent just kind of turns my stomach, but I gotta try to eat. I think it's definitely the salt. Like, I need that electrolyte mix if it's going to be this hot and I'm going to hike this hard. So next week, learn my lesson. For now, just got to choke down some Soylent and try to stay alive. All right, let's recap day 18. I am here in the Indian Creek campground. Have it all to myself. I knocked off a little early tonight, 21.4 miles. Dad's coming at noon, so I've still got like, I don't know, 7 or 8 miles to get out to the Secesh River Trailhead. Day was great. First day with no real deadfall problems. Just, again, really thankful to whoever does the trail maintenance because it was fantastic. It was hot up on the ridge, so I took it really slow through the middle of the day. And then the, afternoon was just 50 switchbacks down into Crassel. Then a lovely walk along the river here into the campground. And yeah, just a great day. Again, taking an alternate off of the alternate because I didn't know what I'd find up on that other ridge, and I was sick of being thirsty and hot, and wanted to make sure that I didn't make Mom and Dad be too late out here to get me. So, great day. Just enjoying the campground. I flew the drone a little bit. I'm gonna bust out my Kindle and read a little bit. Get up early and hike out to the trailhead, and that'll be it. So, very good day. It's a big old lonely fireplace over there. So, day 19, this might be intro and recap. I'm 5 miles into my road walk, got a couple more. Been a fairly uneventful morning. I saw a couple of deer, a mom and a baby. I've only passed 2 cars, so it's been pretty quiet. Think maybe once I get to the trailhead, might try a hitch into McCall, see if I can save Mom and Dad some miles, and we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna finish it up and get down to the trailhead. All right, this is where the Idaho Centennial Trail continues along the Secesh River Trail. So when I come back, that's where I go. I think I will stroll up to the trailhead parking up here, text Dad that I'm going to try to catch a hitch and see what happens. There are some signs of civilization around here. There's a couple of campgrounds. So, I don't know. Somebody else might really want to go into McCall for breakfast this morning. That's what I really want. I'm going to stroll right along that river. And let's just say that's a recap. It's gotta be like 6 or 7 miles, so short mile day, but very good day. Good section. This deer does not care that I'm right here. Hey buddy. Yeah. Oh, little guy.